you hear that sound? That's the sweet sound of a dehumidifier. So we get back from our trip and we're here for a few days, and Cris calls me. I was out on a run and she says, Houston, we have a problem. And that problem was she was walking towards the bathroom and she noticed that the floor was bubbling up. That's never a good sign.
The floor you just laid.
Yes, the floor that I just laid 2 months ago is bubbling up. And usually when floors are bubbling up, that means one thing: water. Come to find out, I get home and the valve that runs all the water to the house was leaking. And we don't know how long it's been leaking, but it's been leaking for a long time. Here, let me introduce you to the valve. You see that little thing right there? That's sediment, because in this part of Indiana there's lots of lime. And so it's been leaking long enough to make a stalagmite, stalactite, which ones are the ones that point down, Addie? Okay, there's a stalactite on it. So it's been leaking for quite some time, and I didn't notice there wasn't anything wrong with the flooring when I laid it, and so I have to replace the floor. The fun part of it all was the only way to fix the valve was I had to take out the water heater. The water heater was wider than the space allowed between where the water heater goes, where the furnace goes, and how wide the door was. So I had to tear out the wall. I had to tear out the wall as well as the water heater. By the way, the guys are here, so I'll be back in a minute. All right, so the guys are showing up. Sorry, there's dirty dishes because we can't do dishes right now because we don't have any water. But the guys are gonna be tearing out the floor. Our insurance guy came over and he says, you know, we're gonna take care of you because we've got an amazing insurance company. I'm like, well, what's gonna happen when the guys come out? He said, they're gonna tear out your floor and leave a great big hole and you're gonna have to fix it. So that's what we're gonna do now. Let them do their work. I've gotta go and work on Chris's video for this week, air fryer strawberry shortcake. So I'm gonna go do that while these guys do their job. And then when I get done with that job, they get done with that job. I have a great big job to do. Here we go. Hi. So I'm just sitting here editing a video, and the cleanup guys, they call them, what do they call them? Mitigators. Yeah, the guys that come in and anytime there's water damage or anything like that, they come in and they clean up and tear out the flooring or, you know, get any of the affected area out. They said that they were going to try and tear everything out today, but they didn't know if they were going to have to tear out the subfloor under the furnace. And it turns out they're going to have to tear the subfloor out underneath the furnace, which means they have to move the furnace. And the guys just came to me and said, by the way, the guy who comes out and moves the furnace for us can't come out today. He can't be here until tomorrow morning. So there's nothing else we can do except contain the area. We've quarantined it all off. I don't have a bathroom. I still don't have running water. You know how bad I'm gonna smell?
You're gonna go put water in the RV.
I'm gonna go hitch up the RV and take it somewhere and put water in it, because I can't go another day without a shower. And those cucumber baby wipes that I'm using only go so far. Well, I took the RV up to a gas station up the road that had a spigot and filled up the fresh water tank. So we'll be able to have showers tonight. Miss Ad tested it out. Worked out good. So there's nothing I can do right now because our bathroom downstairs and that whole area is quarantined off. So I can't even turn the water back on in order to get water for the house. So we wait. Right now, time to take the kid to karate.
Sup.
She says, sup. Alright, kiddo, you go have a good time. And as always, what are you gonna do?
You're gonna be kind and don't kill anyone.
That's right. Knock them dead, kiddo. Not really, but you know.
Yeah.
All right, have fun. Love you. While Miss Ad goes in there and does her karate class, I'm gonna sit here and do what I do best. Well, we're headed back from karate class, and no new stripes this week. But show them all your stripes. Look what you got. Look at Miss Ad's stripes. Look how many stripes that she's got on her yellow belt. She is a trained killer, y'all. I'm telling you. I don't even like doing it with her anymore because it hurts. She's good. So now we're on our way back. I think I'm gonna go out tonight, meet a couple friends at a brew pub near where we live, and talk to the manager about getting a possible gig. I've got 7 shows coming up in Texas in December and January, and I'm trying to line up at least a couple places to play. I've already got one at one of my favorite places to play there in Mooresville called Ralph and Ava's, but I'm gonna go to a town called Plainfield, for all y'all who aren't living in central Indiana. Pretty popular town, but there's a new brewery in Plainfield that's opened up, and so I'm gonna head there and see if I can scare up another gig in November to kind of practice before we do our thing in Texas in December. So before I do any of that though, since I loaded that RV up with some fresh water, I think I'm gonna use it and bathe myself. You should be glad they don't have smell-o-vision right now, because you could probably still smell me from where you're sitting. To the shower. And no, I'm not taking my camera in there. Okay, so here's an update for day 3 of the mess. They let me, and I'd show you what it looks like, except they quarantined my bathroom off again. It's like something out of E.T. Oh, and my furnace is sitting in my front room, which means we have no AC. No big deal, because it's going to dip down into the 30s tonight. We also don't have a furnace or hot water. And we have a giant hole where the bathroom or the hall closet to the hallway. It's been a long day and it's like midnight. There's a hole back here. And the dogs are going crazy. We just got back from dinner with some friends where it was nice and warm and they had hot water. That was cool. I'm probably gonna have to go take the trailer tomorrow again and get it filled up with water so that we can continue to take showers through the weekend. We're all gonna go upstairs where we have a nice heater to sleep around. There's Ollie barking again. I went to rehook up the water heater. They did put down boards so that I could put my water heater back in, but the connection's bad, so it leaked. And last thing you need now is more leaking. So I couldn't even hook up the water heater. I'm ready to move. I think I'm ready to just go back into the trailer. There's hot water and heat and I don't know. Well, it doesn't look like a scene out of E.T. So I guess we'll see how it fares on Monday, 2 days from now. Good morning. It's a Saturday morning now, and we're out of water in the RV because Cris decided she was finally going to take a shower this morning. Not finally, like she never takes a shower. She started to stink. She wasn't like that. Sorry, honey. But we've been trying to hold off and trying to conserve the water as much as we could. But she went and took a shower this morning. She's like, we ran out. So I was getting stuff ready to go hitch up the trailer and go get more water again at some gas station, and then come back and go through this whole cycle again until Monday. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna figure out on my own how to do plumbing work, and all I got to do is put one valve in, and then I can have hot water. And so I started to learn how to do it. I saw a couple videos, not recommending that you just watch YouTube videos and think you're an expert, because I'm not, but I saw how a couple people did it. It looked legit. It looked pretty simple as long as you do it right. And so got my shoes on, headed downstairs, and I was gonna go to Lowe's and get everything I needed. And then the plumber calls me and goes, hey man, I was gonna come out and check the progress the other guys made to see what all I need to do to finish the job on Monday. I got really assertive and authoritative and I said, would you please put the joint in for me? Please, 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 please put in that valve so I could take a shower. And he's a really nice guy and he's gonna come out, he's gonna check on the job and he's gonna put me in a new valve and I should have hot water this afternoon or this evening. Pretty sure that guy's gonna get a large smelly hug from me today. Unless he wants to wait for me to take a shower. I don't care, it's up to him. We have a glimmer of hope. Still don't have a furnace, it's still sitting there, so had to plug in our heaters today to keep the house warm. That and the 2 dehumidifiers they have going on in the other room, they put off a lot of heat, so it's kind of keeping this end of the house warm. I just hooked up the hot water heater and I get to go take a shower in a few minutes once that water heats up. Little glimmer of hope. Oh, and there's something else I want to show you too. We got something in the mail today, and I think y'all are gonna like it. I know that I love it. Check out Miss Ad. Look at that. That's right, Daddy's got some merch, and those were test shirts, and I think we like them. We're also talking about doing stickers, and also doing some hats. Hopefully, if we can get the design right, that'll embroider on a hat. So, be looking for that soon. Maybe by the time this video goes live, it might be in the description down below where you could find them. If you wanna buy 5 or 6 shirts and hand them out for Christmas presents, because we're really trying to steamroll this whole Redneck Rockstar tour we got going on. Even Ollie approves back there. But I don't want to talk to y'all no more. Not because I don't love you, but I need a shower. Can you smell me? Can you smell me? Quit barking! Quit barking! Give me a kiss. Give the Crock Posse a kiss. Yeah, good boy. Day 5 with no furnace. The guys came back out and they took a moisture sample and then they left. And I don't know, I think they might come back tomorrow and take another moisture sample and then they're going to leave because they said they can't do anything until Wednesday. That'll be 7 full days without a furnace. Luckily we do have hot water because I hooked the hot water heater back up. But other than that, we are where we are.
Well, amid all the chaos in life, my husband's burning down the deck. You think I'm joking? Y'all, this is what happens when someone watches YouTube. He'll have to explain it. I can't.
Good morning. I'm in a much better mood today than I was the last time that we talked about the debacle, which is the other half of our house. As you can see, the ET tent is gone. It's time to get started. I haven't really done much cleanup. However, if you look in here, furnace is being reinstalled, new water heater, and then flooring, dry flooring. And now the fun begins. Cris and I are getting ready to tape a recipe show that's sponsored by an organization, and so we've got to get that done. We've got a deadline on that, and then once we knock that out, I have to knock this out. This is our bathroom, or what was our bathroom, but as you can see, they tore out some of the flooring, the linoleum, and it's a mess in here, but I got to tear out the rest of that linoleum and then start taking stuff down, and I'm gonna completely redo the bathroom in here. I've got some really cool ideas. Cris likes some of them she doesn't. But we're gonna take down the bathroom and restore it. I'm gonna get rid of that blue wall and do something cool with that. I'm gonna pretty much redo the bathroom. The sink that's now in the tub, that's gonna go away. I think that medicine cabinet's gonna go away. That mirror is definitely gonna go away. I've never liked that mirror. I don't know why, because it's just a mirror, and if you look, sometimes you see some good looking things in there. But I still don't like it. Yeah. Woo! I'm definitely gonna change that light fixture too. It's a little bit too bright for my taste. We're gonna go tape a show and then I'll get started in here. We got done taping yesterday. Then I had to edit the video. We had a bunch of other stuff to do. Addie had like 3 hours of karate last night. So didn't get much done yesterday. So today I went at it. Did demolition. Took out the linoleum floor. Swept up a couple times. Took out the toilet. Threw away the sink. Messed up. And when here, look. I could tell you, I could show you. I decided to take the trim off around the window. That way the wood that I'm going to put in here would all match, and I accidentally ripped off a few of the tiles. So I got some tiles to replace now on top of everything else. This is the new color. I like it a lot better than the blue. It's called Terracotta Red. It's the first coat. You can see right there where the light fixture was. I've got to put another coat or two there. The paint will go up to about where that line is, where the old sink was. We're going to put a new vanity in, and then all around the bottom, I'm going to do some Shosugiban type wainscoting. And Shosugiban is where you burn the wood, scorch it real good, scrub off the soot, and then put your whatever your chosen sealer is on it. It really brings out the grain of the wood. I've been doing that method on the deck and it looks really, really good. But we're gonna get a new vanity for there. We'll put the old toilet back, and then so tomorrow I'll come back in and put another coat of paint on in here, and I'll run to Lowe's and I'll get the wood that I need. Okay, so we are in day 1,274 of this little project. I had to put some new subflooring down on top of the subfloor they put on to make things level for the hallway. And I relayed the floor going into the bathroom. And then I took the carpet out and put in, just extended that flooring out into our little closet area here. I'm not the handiest of handymen, but I'm also cheap, so I'm not going to contract somebody else out to do it. Took some sealant foam, expanding foam, and sealed up those joints down there where there was holes in the floor from where the piping comes up. And then I am pretty proud that that's pretty straight on that seam there. That's good. And now for the fun part is we've got the wall painted. It's a lot more red than what I thought it was going to be, but I think it's going to be okay. I hope. I guess we'll know whenever I get the lighting installed up there. But for now, extending the flooring on into the bathroom. We'll just use that same flooring and let everything match. And then hopefully the wood that I put along here, that Shosugiban burnt wood style, will look good and match all this. Now, to put down the rest of that on the floor here. Should be done by Christmas. At least the walls will match the holidays. Okay, floor is put in. What was once a bare and slightly painted floor is now the bathroom. Again, I got to put a threshold right here. There's about a 1/4 inch drop, but that's what she looks like now. But now, as you can see, it's getting a little dark in here. I'm going to run to Lowe's and get a light fixture to put in there, so at least we'll have some light in here. Can't do much else until I put the toilet back in, but I can't put a toilet in until I get the wall in, so got some work ahead of me. Here we go. Good morning. Got all the floor down last night like you saw, and I've got to seal around the tub and then start installing like the toilet and stuff like that. But before I do that, I have to get the wood ready for the outside. So what I've decided to do is to go with this. Just it's a pine wainscoting, and you got this side. It's reversible. You got your straight pine side there, or then you got that pretty design. And I'm gonna let Mama figure out which side she wants. And I have to burn it all with my propane torch out in the front yard with all the neighbors going by. So it should be cool. I'm sure somebody's gonna call the cops and say there's a man with a flamethrower in his front yard. So before I go all crazy on torching all that wood, like I said, there's two sides to it. You got your just flat side, and then you got your rippled side. So you can go either way on how you want your design. So I am going to scald both sides of this with the propane torch and scrape it off, and then let Cris take a look at it and see which side that she likes the best. And then I will go with that design, and then if it looks bad, it's her fault. Yeah, you definitely don't want to keep it on fire, that's for sure. Then here is the rippled side. I don't know, I kind of like the ripples myself, but I'll see what she likes. Alright, so the next step is I gotta brush off that black soot stuff that's on there. So okay, so there's your rippled side. I'll flip this over, scrape off the soot from that side. You see the different grains in the wood. I don't know. What do you guys think? You like that or that better? I think they're both good, but it's not up to us, y'all. We gotta ask the boss. Let's just go to the bedroom window. Hey, Cris.
Hi, Romeo.
Hi.
Hi.
All right, you like that side better? Mm-hmm. Or do you like that side better?
You like that side better.
Well, it's not up to me.
Yes, it is. Do the side with
The ripples? She likes that side, y'all. That's the side I picked. But if it looks bad, it's still her fault because she picked it.
That's fine. I'm completely comfortable with that.
Just as long as you get a toilet back down there?
Yes, thank you.
All right, time to do that about 70 more times. Here we go. Oh yeah, also, as I'm doing this, it's probably a good idea to have water. So I got a backpack sprayer here because, well, I'm setting a bunch of wood on fire in my front yard, just in case, you know, safety first with me and a flamethrower. So I'm going to show you on the GoPro. Look at that. Look how it brought out all the grains of the wood. All those rings. Isn't that gorgeous? So now it's time to scrape it all down. Okay, so I took the wire brush and scraped off all the char that was on the boards. This is oak. This isn't pine. The rest of it's pine, but that's a threshold. And they don't make pine thresholds. And for some reason, the pine, which is a softer wood, didn't buckle, didn't crinkle up under the heat, but the oak did. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna nail it in there pretty good, so I don't think that's gonna matter. But sorry, my other camera died. I'm really good about not putting new batteries in. I'm just hoping the darkness of the oak doesn't really like stick out too much. I mean, the wood floor, or the tile wood plank looking floor, is a darker color too, so hopefully that'll just kind of meld in. But now I'm going to take some polyurethane clear sealant and seal up this wood. I didn't want to put any stain with it because I just like the natural color that came out of doing that char. I mean, look at all those rings. You can see all the grain of the wood. And that wire brush cleaned it up really, really well. So just take this brush and wipe off all the soot and char. A bit more. right there. And now it's time to get to staining, or to sealing rather. Let's I think I got too thick of a, or too big of a brush. Won't even fit in the can, but let's brush a little bit on here and see what she looks like. Oh yeah, you see how it brings that out? Look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous, y'all. Okay, I can't do this and hold the camera, so I'm gonna put the camera down and get to sealing. Look at that. Oh. Okay, now I'm excited. That looks awesome. Here we go. Okay, so I've got it all sealed up with that polyurethane. Now to let it dry. Look how I brought out that wood grain, even on down into that oak piece right there for the threshold. That is gorgeous. I forgot, I got so excited when I was doing all the wainscoting, I forgot I still got to do the trim. So I got my trim laid out here. It's just a regular pine baseboard, and then along the top of the wainscoting, I'm doing that pine trim on top. Looks like rope. I'm gonna put a scald on that, see what it looks like, and then seal it up, and I'll install a light, do the sealant around the tub, install a toilet and a sink. I got a lot less to do. I better get started. Okay, so I thought I was taping and I wasn't, but Cris just looked over everything and she really likes it. Look how that sealer popped out the color of that wood. There's little reds and yellows and whites. And then, pardon the ugly dumpster, but look what it did with that rope trim. Isn't that gorgeous? And then my favorite, look at that baseboard. Look how it pulled the color out on the baseboard there. Is that not gorgeous? That's what you call shosugiban. It's the ancient Japanese art of curing wood. And we're gonna put it in our bathroom. So I guess that means we're gonna have to start calling that the shosugibanyo. Okay, so it's about midnight. I stopped around 9 o'clock. I figure 11 hours was long enough. I'm a very slow handyman, but I think it looks good. We might get some different light bulbs because it's a little dark in there. But let me show you. We'll start off and make it all dramatic. I'll shut the lights out. Now, again, I haven't got the trim done around the window yet, but turn on the light and it's kind of like a warm feeling here. The red, it's a little more red than what I like, but Cris said she likes it, so that's what we're going with. Of course, you've seen all that except for this, the new light fixture there, and then that's where the sink will go as soon as I mount it and get the plumbing for it. The turlet's all plugged in and working, so that's a good thing, I guess, if you got to use a bathroom. And this is what I wanted to show you. There's your shosugiban wainscoting. Sink's kind of in the way. I'll show you back here. This is what the back wall looks like. You got that rope trim right there. The torch really did a number on it. It was awesome. And then that polyurethane that I put on there just really made it pop. And of course you got the gorgeous grain of that trim down below. So it's starting to look like a bathroom again. I've still got to install the sink, put in the door jamb, or not the door jamb, but the door trim, and reinstall the door. I got to put those tiles back, and of course the trim around the window there. I'm probably going to seal that up, and I also need to seal, throw in a layer of silicone down there, a little bead between the flooring and the tub to make sure water never gets down in there again. Make this thing all watertight. This floor is watertight. That stuff, that vinyl sticks together and makes it a real watertight seal. So all in all, we're pretty pleased with it, except for, I don't know, we got that light. It's a little too close to the wall right there. That's where the fixture is. Might have to move that over a little bit, and then I gotta find a stud. Oh wait, here he is. Now I gotta find a stud to mount the sink to, or the vanity. Get all the plumbing work done, and we'll pop in the sink sometime. I don't know when. Addie's got a belt ceremony tomorrow. She's ranking up to yellow senior in her karate class, so that's awesome. Chris's mom and dad are coming up tomorrow, so I'm sure they'll look and see what I did. Hopefully they'll like it. I mean, if they don't, I guess they don't have to move in. My father-in-law is a carpenter by trade, and he is a true handyman. He could have probably knocked this out in a day. He's that good. But I know he's going to come up and take a look at it, and I always, you know, I don't have to, but I always try to do what I can to make him proud. I really respect my father-in-law, love him to death, so hopefully he likes the work I did in here. And then I got to go lead worship 2 services at church tomorrow and 2 services on Sunday. So I won't get to take a crack at this again till earliest to be Sunday afternoon. So maybe by the time that we head on tour in Texas, I might have a bathroom in here again. Just kind of like the deck. I'll get it done right before I never get a chance to use it. So, but I'm tired. We got an early day tomorrow, so I'm gonna go to bed. I'll sign off for now, and we'll start it back up probably Sunday afternoon. Okay, so the bathroom is done. I've still got to do these 2 closet doors. I'm gonna do something different. I'm thinking about making like a barn door, sliding barn door that may go here. I don't think I can do that on this side, so I'm gonna enclose that somehow, but make it a little wider. But really, we're not here to talk about doors. We're here to talk about a bathroom. And I've been super bad about filming it. I've just been wanting to get it done. And this past Saturday, Cris and I finally got the last pieces put together, got it decorated, and got it fully functioning and working. And this is our new bathroom. So we've got the vinyl wood slat looking floors that go all the way into the kitchen and the hallway. That's still a mess. I'll clean that up later. But this is the rest of it. You've got all your Shosugiban wainscoting all the way around the back and the front. And then the new door jamb is the same thing, where I took some pine trim and did the Shosugiban, and then just put a coat of polyurethane on there. And you can see it really brings out the rings and the grain of the wood, especially on the bottom down here. I really like that down there. That's gorgeous. That's what I get a look at, well, when I'm hanging out in here. I'm not going to tell you why. And then one of the things that I discovered while I was putting this together was, one, it really isn't bright just with this, even though with those 4 lights, it's really not that bright in here. So I installed a fan with a light. So, and it's a quiet fan too, which is good, but it adds a lot of light in here, as you can see. Really like that. And then Cris accessorized it with a gorgeous mirror here. And of course we got our other mirror here, so I can see myself in all my angles, pretty much. And then of course we got towels to match, beautiful curtain rod, shower curtain. And then she put in the colors of greens and blacks and oranges and reds to match the wall. Cute little toilet paper holder. Pretty little vanity right here. New plates for the light switches and the electrical outlet. And that's our bathroom. That's what happens when you have a little bitty water leak. You end up renovating an entire bathroom. So as much fun as it is to put a room together, it's not fun to discover why you need to. But this is what we did. This is what we've done ever since we've been home. And now we're getting ready to go back out on the road and do the Redneck Rockstar Tour. If you're not following over on Mikey Goode Music on Facebook, give that a watch. Especially y'all who are in Texas, because I'll be coming down there in December and January to play some shows if you're between Fort Worth and the San Antonio area. And other than that, I'm going to go put this video together and show you guys what we did. If you like what you're seeing here, make sure you give us a thumbs up down below. And also, if you have not become a member of what we call our Crock Posse, be sure and click the subscribe button. And if you want to know as soon as we put up a new video, make sure and click the little bell right next to the subscribe button. We call that the ding-a-ling. And y'all, the most important thing here, whatever you do in life, make sure that you laugh often, eat good food, and speak life. Now get out of here. I built this bathroom for a reason. I gotta go.
Just buy me a drink. If you want to see the latest, click on the left right here. If you feel like subscribing, click on the right, my dear. And if you think we're funny enough to send us money, click the Patreon link below.